After a nice holiday weekend as far as Father's Day here in central and eastern Kentucky, we had some very beneficial rain to begin things on this Monday, especially here in central Kentucky. Several rounds right around daybreak, again noon, and we picked up a little over an inch officially at Bluegrass Airport, and that's great news considering how dry it's been. Now, the issue as the week wears on will be the cutoff low. It's going to be hanging close by. That will mean a daily rain and storm chance for us. It should be a little warmer and a bit drier by the upcoming weekend, but when you get a week like this, especially here in June during summer vacation, not the most ideal thing, but accentuating the positive, we will hopefully chip away at the ongoing drought. You see our Max HD radar here, the bulk of the activity running up I-64, and we've got kind of this broken line of gusty showers here in the metro, mainly dry in Lexington. You go up in between Paris and Carlisle there along US 68, northern Bourbon, northeastern Bourbon into southwestern Nicholas County, and then from Lebanon curling north of Liberty into northern Casey County, and then right through the heart of Somerset. Got some decent rainfall there, and up I-64 as mentioned through Fleming County, Rowan County, down toward Cave Run, and then over into Sandy Hook and Elliott County. Everything's rotating around the center of this low, which is just roughly to the east of E-Town. Now this low will settle down to the south as we progress through the next 24 hours or so. Our Bluegrass Pace Care Skyview HC Camera Network, Richmond EKU, it's pretty much been the drill across the area. Mainly overcast. Winds have been mainly out of the east, a little breezy, and that's going to be the case over the next couple of days. Areas that have remained mainly dry over the last few hours, spiking into the upper 70s, those seeing a few showers, upper 60s and low 70s. And speaking of, our dew points are higher. You can feel the muggy air really for the first time this late spring here, and the muggies will stick around. Yeah, we may back it off a little bit later tomorrow into Wednesday, but as the low, which is going to go to the south, eventually jogs back to the north, we will see more moisture. So there's your low, sitting and spinning. It will move down into the Tennessee Valley, but we're not going to be off the hook as far as rain and some occasional storms as well. I think this evening and overnight, not too bad. Once the stuff we have out there now diminishes, just a few spotty showers overnight. And then tomorrow and really subsequent days through the week, we'll see a lot of this driven by the warmth of the afternoon, so upper 70s to around 80 tomorrow. So you see, as we kick off summer officially late on Wednesday morning, the low will be to our south, still pulling some moisture off the Atlantic and also from the Gulf. High pressure moves into New England, and as that happens, it's going to squeeze the low and force it back to the north. And that's why we're not going to be out of this until maybe the weekend. In fact, I think as we hit Friday, notice how the coverage a little more extensive here, and then spotty Saturday and maybe a bit of a break as we surge into the upper 80s. Getting into the day on Sunday, as far as rainfall totals, this would be very beneficial relative to the ongoing drought and dry situation that we have, where we could see some widespread 3 to 4 inch rainfall totals by the time we wrap things up a little later in the period. But your 7-day forecast here, upper 70s again tomorrow, kind of a carbon copy to today. We do welcome summer as mentioned on Wednesday morning. Not going to feel much like it. Only 72 for the afternoon high. We up those rain and storm chances with the low closer before it gets swept out as the boundary moves our direction. Much more like it later in the period, but the afternoon highs back into the upper 80s.